How you doing, Antonio?
Fantastic. Jamie, how are you, man?
Uh, oh, I'm doing great. I'm pretty. I'm doing. Oops, I got feedback. There we go. I was getting feedback coming in, so apologize for that. But that's what I love about doing live streams. Um,
Okay.
so we are now live. We're gonna enjoy spending the next 45 minutes, 30, 45, 60 minutes together talking about what it is that you do. And I really love the fact that we've been able to connect here because I've so wanted to introduce you to my audience, and I love the fact that what you do is so applicable. Especially timing is everything, right? It's the end of 2025 as of the date of this recording, launching into 2026, and this is the perfect time, in my opinion, to do what I often refer to as an unarchiving campaign. But I like your reactivation, and it's finding that revenue that you already own that so many people don't even know. It's just kind of hiding there right beneath their nose. I've been doing this at Bottleneck for quite some time, but the way that you present this and what you do just blew my mind. And so before we start getting into this reactivation campaign or database reactivation and finding the revenue that you already own, I wonder if maybe you can tell everybody a little bit more about who you are, a little bit about your journey, and what you've been up to lately.
All right. Thank you, Jamie. And thanks for inviting me today on this live stream. And welcome, everyone, to the Revenue You Already Own live stream. So, a little bit about me. I've been in tech and marketing for quite some time. I've been in a number of startups and businesses. I've worked for large enterprises. I've consulted with them, medium-sized companies and small companies. And over the years, I've had so many clients and I've worked with so many businesses. I got to really learn what it is that some of them face, some of the challenges that they have besides the technology ones. And that was marketing. A lot of the small, medium-sized businesses that have been in business for 5 years or more, they have a large customer list, thousands of customers, or maybe a few, but a significant number. And they just don't have time to really get to their customers, or maybe they just don't think about it because they have so much going on, so many fires, so many meetings to attend, business to run. And it's really, really hard for them to get to the marketing. So I really, I discovered that you know I've been able to help these businesses grow their business with customers that already know them, that trust them, and they've done business with them already. And I just make it really easy for them to do. It's all done for you. And but I also make it easy for them to figure out an AI strategy, and it really, being able to bring their business to a whole new level. I've grown two startups to 7 and 8 figures, and I've been able to do that because of my experience in digital transformation and also strategic thinking and consulting. And so that's part of like what I do for a lot of companies, not just the database reactivation, but that's just like that just comes with it. It's because you have access to me and my team. So that's a little bit about me.
Well, thank you for sharing. I'm really excited about this. I saw that we started off. There were several people that are kind of coming on and coming off right now. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask away,
Oh,
and
please.
I'll do my best to either let Antonio know so that he can answer it, or answer it myself. So please ask questions. We want you to participate. That being said, I'm going to take a moment to let you guys know how freaking amazing Antonio is. And I'm not blowing smoke here. This is an opportunity for you to find, I mean, it dependent upon your business and the amount of contacts you have and how long you've been in business. Antonio's really good at working with people that have been in business for at least 5 years, and they have a nice database to work with. But I mean, he has stories of uncovering in just one industry almost $1 million. This was money that he recovered. Like, that they had no idea about, that was literally sitting right underneath their noses. So I beg of you to give Antonio some time today to share his story and what it is that he can do for you. And during the during this live stream, we would love to invite you. Oops, that's the wrong one there. Here we go. Um, to enter a sweepstakes, and you can visit knowabe4.co/ROIMA 1228. It's going to scroll across the screen here. It might seem like it's a little bit long there, but there's a sweepstakes, and I wonder, Antonio, if you could tell me a little bit about the sweepstakes.
Yeah, thank you, Jamie. So the sweepstakes is basically the opportunity to work with me and my team. Um, uh, we're gonna be able to have conversations you probably never had before, insights you've maybe never considered, maybe thought of, but never thought was even possible. And you're gonna get 90 days free access to myself and my team, CTO and CMO fractional consulting services, and that's really valuable. A lot of clients pay quite a bit of money for that, about 50,000, in that time in services, and we're going to be able to come to basically opportunities. We're going to help uncover them and also reduce uncertainty in your business. And we do that because we've talked to many businesses. We've worked with a lot of clients over the years, and we're going to be able to help you have those kinds of conversations to be able to move your business forward or to another level. So.
Thank you for sharing. Now, this is only for the live stream, so this sweepstakes, the landing page for the sweepstakes, that will be gone after the live stream is over. So take advantage of it while you're listening to us. Go ahead and visit the page there. I'll leave this little ticker symbol kind of scrolling as we're talking so that you can pick that up. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. So I kind of want to jump into this, Antonio, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
And we're gonna share his slides. He's gonna go through that. If you have any questions, please ask away. Right before he does this, though, I want to give you guys a good idea, because right now you're saying, what the heck is this? What the heck is database reactivation? And so we'll go ahead and bring up the slideshow, and we'll have Antonio go into an in-depth overview of what this is and what this can look like. And then if we're lucky, Antonio can share some more of his case studies to let you know that this is the real deal. I implore you. This is like my gift to you for the holidays. Please take advantage of this opportunity. I cannot believe Antonio is doing this, and I sound like I may be hyping this up and all that, but I'm really excited, and I really believe in what Antonio does. So I highly recommend that you take the time to really listen to this. So that being said, Antonio, if you want to, we can go ahead and kick it off. If you want me to go ahead and add the slideshow to the stage.
Yes, please do. Yeah.
All right, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Jamie, and welcome again, everybody, to our live stream. This is an exciting topic for me because I'm always surprised to see how much clients don't realize or don't even know, and some of them thought about it but have never really looked into their databases, their customer list, people who bought from them, or even people that have talked to you but maybe have not bought from you. And so it's about the revenue you already own and your customer list. And what we do is we revive these past clients and dormant leads for immediate growth in your business. And as I mentioned already, it's powered by myself and my team with executive level growth leadership and CTO and CMO all in one. Okay, let me go to the next. All right, here we go. So what is it that we really do, And so we're really transforming, you're an active path into new revenue. And what's inactive is those customers that bought from you or those people who've been interacted with your business. And we take those dormant, silent, and forgotten businesses or people, and we re-engage them and turn them into profits and make them profitable for your business. And what was dormant becomes newly active, engaged, and profitable. Here's the problem most companies have, and I face this myself in my company, as well as my clients. And like Jaime mentioned, and he has too. He has this process called unarchiving, and we call it database reactivation, re-engaging your customers. And the problem is you paid for these customers to acquire these leads, either through partnerships or through advertising. They come into the door somehow, word of mouth. You've served these past clients. 80 to 90% of the value is still sitting dormant in this database and your customer list. And no one on your team is currently reviving them and consistently re-engaging them, bringing them back and warming them up into your business, into your existing offerings or new offerings or services. And so there's no system that exists to bring them back into your pipeline. That's what's going on with a lot of companies. It's something they'd like to get to, or maybe they haven't thought of. So your database is your most ignored revenue source. Okay. Trying to move forward here.
Is it working? A little slow on that end?
I think so. Yeah. So just be patient with us today. So what we do, here's a short version. We look at your list and we do strategic segmentation. We organize it and categorize it in an intelligent way for maximum impact for your business. We automate omni-channel messaging, text messaging, email. It's coordinated and seamless, and we can do voice as well. We have a high response outreach scripts. We can come up with them for you or work with you to come up with those scripts. It's proven messaging that drives engagement and action. And we also do brand match communication. So every message that we send out reflects your voice, tone, and identity of your business. So every conversation goes out as you and not us.
And I want to stop right there. If you need to move forward the screen, go ahead. But this is really important. I want to let you know whether or not you know me well or just in passing, or if you know me well, integrity is a really big thing for me. And I want to take a moment right here. What Antonio just said, every conversation goes out to you, not Antonio. What this means is he's going to prepare this database reactivation program. In essence, this short version of what it is he does. It's very intricate, let me tell you. But what he's doing here, he's just trying to highlight it for you and talk so that everybody can understand it. But what you should take out of this right here is that he is not generating these leads or anything, and he's not taking control of all that. It's all still going through you. And I want you to understand that the transparency there, in that he's legit. And I just wanted to take a moment to share that, because he just kind of blew by that right there. And I wanted you as all capitalized for a reason, because he's going to be doing this for you. And I've been burned before on working with people. I know I've heard some horror stories about other people being burned, and I just want you to feel confident and know that, I mean, at the very least, I would say, schedule your free assessment with Antonio, and you can visit it here, noaibe4.co/ROIMA. I'll pop that up a couple more times, but as you kind of go through here and you start seeing a little bit more, I highly encourage you to reach out to Antonio, because he is he's honestly a good man, and I really recommend reaching out to him. So sorry, Antonio, I saw that right there, and I really wanted to nail that home. It's
Yeah, Jamie, that's really important. That piece to be really clear about what's happening here. It's yeah, really important. Thank you. Um, so I'm going to go on to the next piece here. Okay. So your secret weapon is the executive level leadership. So you're getting more than database reactivation. It's the kind of conversations, the quality, the thinking, the strategy, the experience, the senior level team of engineers and marketers that we have. That goes a long way. We bring a lot of new types of thinking that go beyond your traditional advertising. It's really it's quite unique, and I think many of you will find it interesting and even enjoy what gets uncovered in our conversations. So the CTO level is the system architecture and the integrations and the automations, CRM optimization, data intelligence, and the CMOs that we bring in are messaging that converts. We do brand alignment, segmentation strategy, offer optimization, and revenue forecasting. And so what you do, you get one partner, two executive functions, and zero new payroll. And we'll go more into that in a minute. So, Jamie, there you are.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you went out there for a second. So,
Yep.
okay, so I'm going to go on. Do you want to add anything or?
Nope. I was actually gonna make it a little bit and kind of take me out of here so we can put all the attention on you. But I'll pop back in there if you need me. I'll pop back in.
Got it. All right. Thank you, Jamie. So here's why database reactivation works. What we have here is, we get past clients to trust you, and keep that trust warm and alive. We get your dormant leads that already know your brand, and also your existing customers convert faster. They're already familiar with you. They already know who you are. And this requires a lot less marketing, and they respond at higher rates, oftentimes 3 to 7 times more than your cold acquisition that database reactivation does. It's much more effective. And so that's what we have there. So next we're going to go on to the next slide here. So why this really works. Your past relationships are not gone. They're simply inactive. And when they're approached with the right language, they re-enter your world with ease. So we turn inactivity into opportunity. Okay. So here's our approach to collaboration. We're fast, it's light and easy, it's done for you. No stress on your team, no disruption to your workflow, and no creative burden on you. We operate as your growth partner. We're not your vendor. And I just want to emphasize that we're more of a partner than a vendor, and I'll get more into that in a minute. And here's our pricing. This is why the partnership's important. There's no upfront costs, so we do it. Our initial engagement, everything is based on performance. So you pay only 20% from the revenue we revive by reactivating the old customers or people who you've engaged in the past.
I have a question, Antonio.
Go ahead.
How much time would if you were to work with somebody, say it was going to be me, how much time would I need to commit to you in order to make this thing work?
Right. So, we're going to need conversation. So, initially, within the first few weeks, I would say about 5 to 10 hours. So,
okay. Well, that's really important, right? But
yes, yeah.
But it also, it's only 5 to 10 hours, right? Like,
right.
So you're looking over the first week or two, or potentially 3 weeks. Obviously, you want to be invested in this to get as much information as possible, so we understand, who you are, your brand, your vision, your mission, your core value. We need to understand all of that, so that when you, Antonio, build this thing out for them, I would say I would be pretty highly motivated to meet with you and make sure that you have all of that necessary information. But how difficult would it be for me to be working with you? Like, am I doing things that I've never done before? Am I trying to figure something out? Is it going to be stressful? That's the part I wanted to kind of, from your past experience, what have your clients felt?
Right. So the clients have felt there's a lot of uh, initial planning, right? So there's conversations where we're discussing our strategy, the steps that we're going to take, the plan, what's going to happen, and also there's a lot of feedback and back and forth initially, just to work out some of the kinks. And what they felt like, it's really easy for them to work with me and the team because we over communicate, and we really like to over deliver on everything that we do, and also
Yeah.
manage your expectations. So yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, managing expectations, that's huge.
Right.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your flow there.
Oh, no problem. Those are great questions, Jamie. So what does this include besides the reactivating and the systems? It includes the strategy, the execution, optimization, reporting, and executive level guidance. So it's a risk-free partnership model. It's easy for us to work together and get to know each other and find our flow without investing too much upfront. We take on a lot of the risk, and so that makes it easier for our clients to work with us and our team. So
Love it.
and here's a typical timeline. Um, the first 2 or 3 weeks, we do full data and compliance audit of your list. In the next 3 to 6 weeks, the system architecture and testing for the marketing and the technology, make sure everything is working correctly and smoothly, and also compliance. 2 to 4 weeks, campaign launch and optimization. Responses oftentimes start the same day. Sometimes it can take longer. In 1 to 2 weeks is ROI review and scale, the return on investment, and what are we going to do next to scale this. So your pass starts producing new revenue within 60 to 90 days.
And so we talked about, some of the demographics, right? Like it's a business owner that's been in business for 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
has a nice database, but what is that database? And does it matter how much their product and or service is? And what is a good size database? Is it 100? Is it 40,000?
Right. So, I mean, in the example in this presentation, which I'll get to here in a minute, it could be a smaller price product, like a couple $100, if you have tens of thousands of leads, and it's a very they're kind of warm leads. It's a product and service that's used over and over again, right? Um, but oftentimes, I've seen clients, with list of anywhere 30,000 or more, and products priced from $3 to $10 to $12,000 for purchases. We work with those clients as well. So it's really it's kind of a bit of it's a conversation of what that looks like and how that would work, but ultimately it can turn into 6 figures of revenue rather quickly. Depending on what the product is and the industry. So hopefully that
That's
helps. Yeah.
probably a good way to do is schedule a free assessment with you, right?
Yes.
So that
Right.
way you can kind of go through all of this and figure that out.
Correct. Yep. There's no one answer that fits all. So.
No.
So here's the case study snapshot. This is smaller than the products I just priced 3 to 10, 12,000. This is I think this was like $125. But what you had here was, or you had a client attending salon and multi-state, multiple locations, and They had 36,750 dormant clients, and these were clients that came in, but they went dormant. They didn't really engage with them for about 9 months, and they weren't really involved. So there was no visiting, and so they re-engaged the clients. And what we did was we revived about 6,800 of them, and we got a response rate about 18.5%. And so our initial revived revenue was almost $1 million. And then after that, those clients continued to use the service for another 5.5 months consistently. And that was an 80% retention rate. So that turned into about 5 million in revenue. So what this really tells you in this example, it doesn't have to be a high priced product, but it has to be a nice list, and it has to be people who are familiar with the brand or you and your business, and we can definitely re-engage them. And when you do, you find out your clients do want to return. They do want your service. You're just not top of mind, and that's what the database reactivation does. Is it keeps your business top of mind and helps build your brand, and also keeps clients, and it helps you build those relationships and keep them warm longer term than rather than in those short term visits like maybe you've been doing now and in the past. So go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about one thing too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's $1 million. Like, they found $1 million that they didn't have before, and it was sitting in their database. One of the things that I think about too is, think of where your company was a year or 2 or 3 years ago, and look at where it is today. Has your offer changed? Has your product or service changed? Do you offer anything new? Is there anything like that has improved your company's position, i.e., better service, better product, or just new and radically different? Is there new language that you didn't have before? What have you learned? You've obviously learned a lot of stuff, right? Because these are all things that Antonio, I'm sure you help to uncover and present, like, hey, someone that wanted to work with us 3 years ago didn't want to work with us back then, and we learned what those were, so we made the changes. Now we have what it was that they were looking for, and they don't know it yet. They just need to be invited, like you said, right?
Right, absolutely, and that's a great way to put it. The marketplace changes, the business evolves, it changes, the brand grows, the product lines, services grow, and you never stop growing. So that's the key of the business, to continue growing, and that's what this does. This helps bring those customers back in. It helps leverage really the relationships, that relationship equity that you've built over time, and be able to multiply that value. So, and also increase the lifetime value of your customers. So,
see, I love it. I think it's fantastic. I so have you ever gone to those big events, or you just gone to an event in general, or heard someone speaking, and he might get that question like, what's the secret to your success? And then he might go off, or she might go off in this big whiz bang thing, and, oh, you gotta be afraid not to fail, and all that stuff.
mm-hmm.
The secret to your success, I think, is what you provide, Antonio, and I don't say that lightly, but this what you're doing is pretty big, but it's the little things that you put together to reactivate this database that kind of it's invisible for most people because it's right under their nose, but
Mm-hmm.
for you see it bright as day. And these are the types of strategies and things that, I don't know what the percentage is, but I can guarantee you, if we asked 10 people in a business what a database reactivation was, if they could explain it to us intelligently, 9 of them would say, what's that?
Right, exactly, and it's basically talking to your old customers. People that you once were in business with that no longer are, but you still have their contact information.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
right
what
there.
it is. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it back down here so you can continue. But I just really thought that that's important, because I want people to realize that. Like, This is an absolute game changer.
Yes, yes, indeed. So what we have here is a before and after. So before, the business has a dormant customer relationship management, uh, basically a dormant CRM, a dormant database, and you have a silent pipeline. Uh, with this database, the old leads are ignored, inconsistent outreach, lost revenue everywhere. Right, just money sitting on the table that's lost. And afterwards, you have reactivated relationships, a flow of inbound inquiries, appointments booked, past clients returning, and predictable revenue regained. And that's a bit what we're doing here. That's the before and after. So the closing declaration I want to leave everybody with today is my company, by the way, is No AI Before, and we are the system that revives the clients who once trusted you and the leads who almost chose you. We bring your past back into your present and transform it into revenue. Your future growth already exists in your database. We are the partner who reactivates it. Thank you.
Thank you. I
Anybody?
absolutely love it.
Yes. Anybody? Any questions on
Yeah,
your end?
I don't see any questions coming in now, but I'm telling you, we're getting ready to wrap pretty soon. So if you want to enter the sweepstakes, it's been going on the ticker right below us, or wherever you're watching this. It might be to the side. I don't know. But if you are interested, this is literally it's more than this actually, but I had to make it somewhat believable. It's $50,000 worth of Antonio's brain that he is lending to you for doing CTO and CMO work for you. I would encourage you, very highly encourage you to take advantage of the sweepstakes. And all you have to do is visit No AI Before. That's KNOWAIBE, the number 4.co/ROIMA dash 1228 to enter the sweepstakes. As soon as we're done going live here, that landing page is no longer. So if you go there and you see a 404 error or it redirects to something else, you're going to know why, because this is such an incredible offer. I, I hope you take advantage of this. And it's going to, Antonio, thank you for uh, giving such an amazing gift. I mean, it blows my mind that you'll do that for somebody in this day and age. You don't see that often. So, um, you're a blessing. And so thank you very much for that.
Yes. Thank you, Jamie, and thank you everyone for joining today. I look forward to talking to some of you. I think it would be a really exciting and fun conversation for all of us. So thank you.
Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and start wrapping up here, but go ahead. If you do anything else today, if you don't do anything else today, please schedule your free assessment with Antonio. And what he'll be able to do there is be more direct and specific to you and what it is that your organization needs. So as long as you've been in business around 5 years, you've been doing you've got some good customers going, this is what's going to work for you. If you're brand new, this is obviously not going to work because you don't have a database built up yet. And the more data that Antonio can pull from, the more likely the results will be much more improved. Again, Antonio, how much does this cost anybody?
Well, this doesn't cost anybody anything. Where we work on performance, and and so the risk is on us to deliver results to you. So
I would say it'd probably be an investment of 5 to 10 hours of your time initially to get it going.
yeah.
But those 5 to 10 hours to recover millions of dollars potentially, uh, I'd work 5 to 10 hours to recover millions of dollars. That's for sure. So I highly encourage you to reach out to Antonio. And any final words of wisdom, Antonio, before we leave?
Yes. There's it's I built two data driven companies, and and your customer database is your data. And when you tap into that, you can do amazing things. Uh, and there's a process, but it can be very valuable in the short term and the long term to be able to consistently and over the short and long term to be able to have those insights and be able to act on that data. And that's what no AI before does for you. So
I love it. Thank you so much, Antonio. I really appreciate it. Um, I hope someone takes advantage of this. We'll go ahead and keep this up. This video will stay up so you can watch it again and learn more and watch Antonio's presentation. But until then, please, if you get a chance, go ahead and schedule your free assessment with Antonio. Visit knowaibefore.co/ROIMA. That's KNOWAI BE, the number 4.co/ROIMA. Schedule a time with Antonio, and you can share specifics on your specific business and needs there. And Antonio will take care of you. So without any further ado, on behalf of Antonio and his company, No AI Before, my name is Jaime J., CEO and founder of Bottleneck Distant Assistance, and I want to thank everybody for attending today. And Antonio, thank you again.
thank you, Jaime. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. So
yeah, wonderful weekend, and enjoy the holiday season shortly coming.
yes.
All right, we'll talk to y'all soon.
Right.